Well, hi there. Jim inviting you to come join me in my fish room update. It's February 15th, day after Valentine's Day, 2017. I'm calling this the big reveal, talking about several things, notably the hobby, but also some personal background. Been really amazed at how many new subscribers we had to our videos, to Ray and Jim's Fish Rooms, two friends of 60 plus years now sharing the hobby. And so it's been a real pleasure to see so many making comments and engaging in a permanent way with that subscription. So welcome new subscribers, and thank you for your many compliments and comments. We certainly are enjoying them. Before I get into the fish, just want to give you a quick update. It's interesting. The hobby, as we know, can be very relaxing, and it's helping right now in a recovery. A week or two ago, I ended up in the hospital and had an emergency gallbladder removal that developed into a lot of complications. So 9 days later, I'm out of the hospital. It's been a week now, and recovery is going slow but sure. I've cleared my calendar and spent a lot of time here in the living room, fish room, just enjoying the hobby and watching the fish more than I normally do with many other things going on. As you know, both Ray and I are retired. We're in our mid-70s. Ray's fighting with his own recent medical challenges. And so I seem to be doing the better of the two in terms of something that they've been able to remove. And once the sutures and everything are healed, I should be back to totally normal. They say 4 to 6 weeks. They couldn't do it laparoscopically, so there's a rather large 13-inch incision there that's got to heal. But it goes back to something even further that you don't know about me. And that is, I'm a strong proponent for organ donation, for having people designate themselves when they no longer need them to be an organ donor. And that's because back in 1994, which if you calculate is 23 years now, going on 23 years, I faced death back then and received the gift of a donated heart. And so I had a heart transplant 23 years ago. Have lived life to the fullest ever since, with just the comorbidities, as they call them, that come with getting older. And so it's with great pleasure that I share that life with you through this hobby. At the same time, encourage you to keep both Ray and I in your prayers, especially Ray. And we'll have more of his updates in the days to come when I'm able to travel again, get up to his house and show you what's going on up there. But he's handling it as best as anybody can. And as we both know, it takes many years to make a life, and we've taken advantage of every day we had. And we're going to continue to do that for as many years as we're given. And so the other good news here, and it's I hate to put them in the same perspective because they're so different, but just the other day, as my wife had cleaned out the tank, I was sitting here in the chair watching, and all of a sudden I saw something different down by the gravel. And when I looked at the tank, over here under the anacris and some of the other plants, the hornworth and so forth, there was not only the baby platies that you see right here, the black whitetail platies, of which there's quite a few doing rather well, but rather there was something a different shape. And just like these three are growing up, as you can see them right now, and the black mollies that are doing so well from our breeding tank in the other room, and all those neons that seem to be doing so well in this very uniquely shaped bow tank in the corner. There was a baby catfish. Now I've got a small school here, about 6 or so salt and pepper cories. I don't know what their formal name is. I just like cories and try to make sure all the tanks have some in it. And with the growth in here and the conditions just right, all of a sudden down here, and I hope you can see it as I zoom in on it, my wife was able to take a picture of not only one of the parents, but also one of the babies. And that was 2 days ago. We were thrilled. And so just this morning, noticed that there was at least a second and possibly a third baby cory. How cool is that? Now Ray, as you know, has the bronze cories, and they are always laying eggs on the glass, and so he's got many generations of those. This is the first I've had in a long time, and I never thought of breeding cories, never tried to do anything. But some time ago, we had those panda cats, you know, the ones that are white with the black, oh, what do they call it? It's like a, over their arch, a collar, a black collar. I love the color of them. Anyway, we had a small 20-gallon tank, and they had babies. Or they laid eggs, I guess, and they hatched, and there were some babies, and they never grew up. Don't know whatever happened to them, but so that was many years ago. So it's not a first, but at the same time, I got to tell you, we were absolutely thrilled, as I hope you are, in sharing the news, not only of long-term recovery from a heart transplant 23 years ago, living life to the fullest ever since, hoping that you will sign up to be an organ donor on this day after Valentine's Day, which is National Donate Life Day, but also to share in the recovery that's going on right now, both in my own surgeries and in Ray's challenges that he's facing, but also in sharing this very neat hobby. And I must admit, I'm paying much more attention to your various videos out there, Rich's Fishes, for example, and others, Dan's stuff, finding more time to do that, and trying to be a little bit more interactive myself in terms of sharing the joy that we find in this hobby, and just being able to sit back here when I'm told just sit back and relax. Don't try and do a lot. Let the body recover. And it's so special to sit back and let that body recover here in the living room of Jim's Fish Room. And at night, I'm staying here in the chair that you've seen earlier. Just it's so comfortable and gives my wife a chance to get a good night's sleep. And so there's a blue light that when you turn on at night, oh wait, here we go. That, I don't know if you're going to see in this video or not, but against the white you can see some of the blue. And in the morning when the timer comes on and the blue light comes on, you can see the shimmering of the water with the filter flow and the fish starting to wake up. And so it's so fascinating to be able to sit back and relax and just enjoy that relaxing phase of the hobby. So thanks for joining with me. And like I said, keep us in your prayers and enjoy your fish hobby too. Thanks for sharing. See you next time.